Hi, it's Ashley from AB Sound Advice. Today I am doing a product review on the Cambridge Audio Aeromax 2 bookshelf speakers. So, you would have heard in the sound spotlight that I did, the product spotlight, we played the 3 tracks. It's a very full sound. And again, going through the stereo audio file or hi-fi speaker scenarios, I don't rate things 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. This is definitely a hi-fi speaker. It's probably knocking on the door of audiophile, but I would probably more be comfortable to say this is a hi-fi speaker. So it's one thing I did notice about this when I was listening to them. They had a really solid punchy bass. The mids were quite well balanced, and the highs, using this unique tweeter that they're running, as you may or may not know, they're running a BMR driver up the top there, which is a 2-inch driver. It's effectively a balanced mode radiator. So what they've done, they've combined a tweeter and a mid / driver that's capable of providing the highs, the mids, and even a very subtle smidgen of bass. If you could hear that, I wouldn't be certain, but that's what that is. And then, of course, they've balanced that up with a 6.5-inch driver at the bottom there, which you can see. I've also pulled out one of these plugs. If you don't like the bass and you find it being a bit boomy, you can just slide that into there and turn it into a sealed enclosure, which will just soften that off if you're finding it to be just a bit too boomy. Also, get a little satchel, pair of white gloves. As you can see, it's in a gloss black. And also, while we're at it, comes with a grill, and it's a full-size magnetized grill, so you can have the grill on or the grill off, depending on what you are doing. Right. What I will also say about this, it's a fairly sizable bookshelf, to be honest. It's not a small bookshelf, and it would probably be on the larger side. And I think if you're looking for a bookshelf to sort of replace, or you don't really have the room for a floor stander, this is definitely going to provide a lot of sound for that. Now, just a little bit of detail about we're talking about a 7.24 kg is the weight of them. They come in a black only, which you can see the gloss. The amplifiable range is between 25 through to 120 watts. So it's certainly going to cover off most amplifiers. It wouldn't be too much that couldn't run them. And I think if I look at these speakers, I'm thinking to myself, and I had a good listen to them, and these seem to be around the $1,000 mark in our area, which is New Zealand, Australia. And in those regions, for the money they're asking, it is a lot of sound for $1,000. I mean, it's got a lot of punch. As I said, musically, I enjoyed them. I did find them weirdly just a little bit boomy, and the top end just a little bit not refined. But remember, it's a $1,000 pair of bookshelves, so if we put that back into the mix, it's a lot of speaker for the money. So if you're looking for a good sounding speaker and you're looking at a bookshelf, Cambridge Audio have done a fantastic job with these Aeromax 2s. That unique 2-inch driver that they're running, I think, the BMR driver, which I went through before, it's a great way of doing it. Tonally, it's quite well balanced. I really did enjoy the sound of them. So at the back of them, I will actually just give you a quick look. The terminals on the back here, you can see just one pair of standard high quality connections. You can also use your banana plugs if that's what you want to do. So I think the long and short of it is, if you're looking for a bookshelf and you've got about $1,000 budget, this is I would say you want to have a listen before you purchase. But if you're not got the ability to do so, for $1,000, it's a lot of sound. You're going to enjoy them. As I mentioned before, I found them just a little bit boomy, and that's surprising. I mean, I love bass, by the way. So I guess, would I own a set? Hey, if I had $1,000 to spend and this was a pair of speakers that I was looking at for that budget, I'd probably go, hey, they would be on my list to buy. It would be very. It's a tough one because there'd probably be two others that I want to listen to and compare against. But if you weren't doing a comparison, and I heard these straight off the bat, I was very impressed. They really are a lot of sound, and Cambridge Audio have done a fantastic job with those Aeromax 2s. So very, very impressed. So I hope you've enjoyed today's product review. As I said, it's a great speaker. I do like how they do provide the little bung, as I said. If you do find that boominess to be a bit much, just pop the bungs in, and that'll just drop that back for you and give you more of a tighter bass if that's what you're looking for. But again, if you like more information about the product, just go on to cambridgeaudio.com and you'll find it all there. And again, today, I hope you've enjoyed today's product review, and thanks for tuning into AB Sound Advice.